Wow. I'm getting so emotional looking at these videos. I can't believe my hair used to look like this. If you clicked on this video, that means you want to start your curly hair journey or you want to transition to natural hair as well. You're probably like, why is this girl with twists talking to me about curly hair? Hi, my name is Ashley Masse. I started my curly hair journey when I was 15 years old with little to no guidance, and I took my hair from literally damaged to this. I'm very credible for this topic. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. I am so excited for today's video. Today we're going to talk about how to start your curly hair journey. I am going to share bits and pieces of my journey while giving you the most important tips on how to go about this journey, because I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not an easy one and it's a very long one. I'll also be sharing pictures and videos of what my hair looked like and what it looks like now. This is year 7 that I've been taking care of my curls. My hair is currently in twists because I am on my road to waist length. If you've seen my video on how I'm growing my hair this year and how I retain my length, you can definitely check it out after this video. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you want to see more of my content. And without further ado, let's get into the video. I want to put in a little disclaimer. I am not a professional, nor do I have my degree in natural hair care. I'm just sharing these tips based on personal experience. So yeah. I had an interesting hair journey growing up. I always had a lot of hair and my mom loved doing my hair up until a certain age. I just remember her taking me to the Dominican salon about every 2 weeks to get my hair straightened. I knew nothing about taking care of curly hair, nor did I have any curls. Long story short, I hated it. I hated going underneath the dryer. I hated the blow dryer, and then they would use a flat iron sometimes if I was good. I just hated the whole process up until I turned 15 years old and I told my mom I'm not doing this anymore. The photo that's in this thumbnail was taken on March 10th, 2017. This was the day I told my mom I was going to transition to my natural curls. As you can see, my hair was dead. I'm gonna ask you a very easy question right now. Before harvest season comes, what we gotta do first? We gotta reap, okay? We gotta reap. With that being said, my first tip for you is stay away from heat completely. If you wanna achieve the highest potential of what your healthy curls could look like, the two cannot coexist. You have to choose one or the other. Eventually down the journey, the two could definitely coexist. I had a silk press last month where my hair was at its healthiest and my hair is still healthy. Will I get a silk press anytime soon? Probably not. It's something that happens once a year. But when I was transitioning, I stayed away from heat completely, and that helped with my curls a lot, because since my hair was so used to the heat, it just wasn't something that I could go back to in order to get the curls that I wanted. And really, this is only for the beginning when you're transitioning, because I even use heat now. It may be cool to medium heat, but it's still heat that's used on my hair. What are you willing to sacrifice to achieve your dream crown? If heat is the one thing that has to go, you just have to be real with yourself and just let it go. For a minute though, for a minute. My second tip that I have for you is deep condition every single week. Doing this has transformed my curls drastically. Most of my memories are on Snapchat. If I insert videos with filters and everything, just know your girl is trying. I didn't start to see my curls form until I was deep conditioning every week, and at the time I used Diva Curls Heaven and Hair. I believe they still sell it today. Not sure if the formula is the same, but that is what brought my curls to life. Another deep conditioning hair mask that I swear by is from Briogeo. It is Chef's Kiss. You automatically see a difference after one use, which is insane. Deep conditioning will help with getting that moisture and hydration back into your hair, back into those dead strands, especially if you're saturating it with water. Not a lot of people know this. I know that we like to go crazy when it comes to using product on our hair, but when we think we need more product, we actually need more water. Water brings hydration to the hair. Basically, the wetter the better. The deep conditioning once a week really makes a huge difference. The third tip that I have for you is style your hair in ways to train your curls. By this, I mean twist outs, bantu knots, flexi rods, perm rods, all of the styles that requires some type of manipulation with the hair to get your hair curly, if that makes sense. But I would stay away from hairstyles that would cause breakage, such as really tight updos, or if you're a person that likes to slick your hair back, I would just stay away from those. Some reasons why I say you should style your hair in ways that it will train your curls, because over time, as your curls are getting manipulated to form the way you want it to form, it would eventually just do it. I would do bantu knots, and honestly, it didn't work out too well. I don't know why I did this. I could have gone to the beauty supply store and bought actual flexi rods. I guess I was in my DIY era. I used to roll up aluminum foil and wrap my hair in it, almost like an actual flexi rod, and I would wait for it to dry to take it out, and that was one way I formed my curls. Also, this is just a good way to style your hair if you're not comfortable with how your curls look at the moment. My fourth tip that I have for you is cut your hair. I didn't put big chop here, I just said cut your hair, because some people do big chops and that's great, and some people also just cut off a few inches and that's great too. Do whatever works for you. I know there's this attachment to length. It's important to prioritize health over length always. It may not grow in the time frame where you want it to grow, but you have to have a lot of patience when it comes to this journey. My mom took me to the Divatron salon in Soho, which is now closed. At first, I went there to get my hair styled. It was just supposed to be a wash and go. The stylist was telling my mom how my curls were really dead and she feels like a cut can bring it back to life. We all know how expensive curly cuts are. The cut made a huge difference. I did not do a big chop. She cut off a good 4 inches of my hair and instantly you could see a difference. Shortly after that, I cut my own hair because I felt like there was more damage to get rid of. Over time, it just made the biggest difference when it came to fullness, shrinkage, getting the chance to see what my curls look like in its most true natural form without any dead weight bringing it down, you know? And also, if you want to do a big chop, hey, I'd say go for it. Why not start fresh? Especially if you're coming from any type of relaxer that was used on your hair. I forgot to mention, I never got my hair permed or texturized or any type of relaxer. My mom was that mother standing over the sink making sure that they didn't put anything in my hair. She never wanted to put any type of relaxer in my hair. I just feel like it's almost the same as if a relaxer was put in my hair because it was still a long process trying to transition from straight strands to curly strands. If you don't want to cut your hair, you don't have to. It's just gonna take a lot much longer for you to transition. My fifth tip that I have for you is try to tune out the noise and find a routine that works for you. Like I mentioned in the beginning of this video, I started my journey with little to no help, little to no guidance. I only had the OGs at the time, like Jasmine Brown, Joyja, Lisette, just a few to mention. Something that has helped me along in my journey is just trying stuff. This whole journey is trial and error. Okay, I personally feel like it could be very overwhelming, especially if you're just starting out on your journey and people is telling you to use the LOC method or the CKO method or the LOD method, whatever, how many methods that are out there. I just feel like it's best if you do a WWFY method. Whatever works for you method. Even though this is year 7 of me taking care of my curls may not look the same every wash and go or every wash and style. My curls are constantly changing when it grows out and when I cut it and when it grows out again. There's just so much that you go through, and you can't be listening to what works for other people when it doesn't work for you, or even if you've tried it and it still doesn't work for you. You just have to take the time to find a routine that works for you and stick with it. You can maybe play around some more and find another routine that could work for you and stick with that as well. But if you're starting out, I recommend that you play around. Once you find something that your curls like, stick with it for a while and then venture out into new stuff. My last tip that I have for you, my 6th tip, try to have the most confidence in your journey. I haven't touched upon what it was like being a young Black Afro-Latina raised in a Hispanic household. My mom is Honduran and my dad is Haitian. I did live with my mom and I grew up with her side of the family, which was basically my grandparents and my aunts. Going out, my hair was always my image. And I feel like my mom stressed that on me so much. When I decided to do this transition, it was very hard because no one in my household was really on my side. I always got the love and support that I needed from my mom and my grandparents, especially my grandma. Whenever they saw that my hair looked the way it looked, they automatically asked me, why won't I get my hair straightened? Or my mom would tell me that I look crazy. Going back to my last point with tuning out the noise, that's what I basically did with her. I tuned my mom out because I didn't want to go back to the salon and I really wanted to do this. This is one photo that always gets to me because this was the same year that I wanted to transition and I was going outside looking like this, and looking back at the picture, my hair wasn't where I wanted it to be, but I convinced myself that my hair looked so good that nobody could tell me nothing. And it's crazy to see where I started out in this journey and where my hair is now. If it wasn't for me having that confidence back then, my hair would not be where it is today. Eventually, my mom supported me. She gave me the tools that I needed. She took me to go see a professional. She paid for my first curly cut. She saw how serious I was about this journey, and I'm getting emotional just talking about it because if you haven't seen me on Instagram, that's my main platform of choice when it comes to posting content. YouTube is slowly starting to take that spot. I basically became known on Instagram for my natural hair, and it's something that I didn't plan, or like I had no idea that I could make a living out of this, for real. Sharing my journey is something that I feel like God has placed on my heart, and I just want you to know that there is beauty in hardships and that there's such a great reward when it comes to waiting. This is my life, y'all. Throughout your journey, try to have the confidence and try not to compare yourself to others, because we are all unique in our own way. The strands that are on our head, my curls may not look like your curls. When I first joined the natural hair community, I just feel like it was just so positive and uplifting, and it's gone down this road of texturism and comparison. The negative notation that's around 4C hair and tighter textures, I just feel like it's all nonsense, and it's even worse when it's coming from other Black women as well. The policing is annoying, especially when people are out here trying. If you're watching this and you feel moved to start your curly hair journey, start it. I have the utmost respect for you, and I pray that you get to where you want your crown to be. I feel like I'm done with my little ramble rant. I hope it wasn't too much, but that was the end of this video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you ever want more tips on how I can help you along in your journey, I can film a part 2 to this. Just comment down below if you'd like that. The natural hair community means so much to me, even if it's at where it's at now. I just pray that we get to a place of healing and that it's not black women on top of black women policing each other about our hair, or even people in general leaving their opinions on how black women should wear their hair. It's giving they have nothing better to do with their lives. Don't let any of those comments discourage you, and just do you. The more you believe in yourself and the more you convince yourself that you know what, the more other people will start to see that. And just know that it's okay if it's just you that's on your side for now. I think I'm gonna end the video here. I just thank you so much for watching again. I will definitely see you in my next video. Bye.